Okay.
Each one, there's a switch on them to choose whether it's a VCA or a multiplier. If we, let's just take the simple example here. Okay, we take the TV signal and we're running it through in VCA mode. So it's just taking the video signal and it's fading it out to middle gray and then bringing it back up at full strength. In multiply mode, it's going positive, negative. So it's going down to 0, then back up at negative, then back to 0, and back up at positive. So that's the little slide switch that's here that chooses whether it's acting in VCA mode, where it just fades out the signal, or it's acting in multiplier mode, where it goes positive and negative. Now the usefulness of that is, well, there's different ways of using it. You can use it as an effect directly, like if you crank up the oscillator, you can get some really kind of nice little textures and things going on in an image. You know, it depends a lot on the content of the image, but like sharp edges will give you these really kind of sharp lines with like, you know, almost moire patterns happening right on the edges of them. Sharp transitions will give you a sharp positive, negative kind of an effect. Text ends up looking pretty good.
Yeah, I like the text.
And the higher the frequency, the weirder that can get. And you get a lot of like positive, negative kind of flickery things if you stay in interlace modes. It can work right up to the subcarrier rates.
I'm going to leave you guys here. I have to be up early to volunteer at the Rotary Craft Fair. So.
Oh, see if you can find the snow guy.
Huh?
The
snow guy.
The snow shoveler.
Oh, well, that's... Alright, yeah, I
Try
gotta
again.
send an email. I think is the way to do that. But if any of you need crafts, 8 to 10 at the Elks Lodge, I'll be over there.
And you guys, one of you has a key to get back into the place over there. Yeah. Okay. So, and the other thing that these are useful for besides direct effects is as a utility for like creating modulation scales and stuff. For example, if we were to instead of processing video, if we were to say feed an oscillator in, and now we were to use that to modulate another oscillator. So, alright, so let me show if, which one's which here? Okay, So if we take this oscillator and modulate this oscillator directly, we get this effect. So this is the modulation we're getting. Now let's make this stand up so it's easier to see the effect. Alright, so this is the modulation we get just using one oscillator to modulate another. If we run that oscillator through the VCA and use a third one to modulate it,
The amount of the modulation is modulated.
now we've limited that modulation to only happening during a certain portion by the other oscillator. So now this oscillator is limiting that oscillator.
Uh-huh.